Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic villains in comic strip history, the ruthless, sharp-featured gangster Flattop from Dick Tracy. Stylish, sadistic, and unforgettable, and his legacy as pulp culture goes way further than most people realize. Let's crack this case wide open. Flattop Jones first appeared in Dick Tracy comic strips in 1943, created by Chester Gould. Like many Dick Tracy villains, Flattop was built around a twisted character, in this case a man whose head is literally flat on the top like a table. But behind the bizarre look was something much darker. Flattop was cold-blooded, a hired killer molded loosely after real gangster Charles Pretty Boy Floyd. His arrival in the comic was a huge deal because Flattop wasn't just a villain, he was a phenomenon. Completely flat, horizontal head, high cheekbones, skeletal face, narrow, piercing eyes, and a silk suit with a gangster attire was Flattop's design and really looked fantastic, especially in a movie. Flattop's story kicks off when he hired to kill a man named Vitman Flithart, a theater actor who accidentally becomes tangled in mob business. Tracy gets involved and suddenly Flattop finds himself in a cat and mouse game with the toughest detective in comics. Flattop can pull off all the things, including kidnapping, shootouts, elaborate escapes, double crosses, and even works with other mobsters to try to trap Tracy. His crime spree became so popular the newspaper editor begged Chester Gould not to kill him off, but Gould had other plans. In one of the most famous Dick Tracy's arcs ever published, Flattop's reign of terror comes to a dramatic end. After kidnapping a man for ransom, Flattop hides out in an abandoned pier shack during a storm, but the shack begins to collapse and the water rises. He tries to escape, panics, stumbles, and ultimately drowns as the structure gives away. No shootout, no final duel, just brutal consequences of a criminal life catching up with him. The death shocked readers, but it cemented Flattop as a legend, weirdly enough. You'd think that would be the end, but the Dick Tracy universe simply doesn't end like that. Flattop was so popular that there would be Flattop Jr., Blowtop, Short Top, Flattop's widow, and even Angel Top. Each kept the distinct flat head that Flattop carried on through the 1945s. Dick Tracy's film series, merchandise, toys, and then let's talk about the 90s toy right now. Other than Dick Tracy, I think this is the most popular Dick Tracy character, Flattop. He's got that cool, dude can literally stand on his flat top, which is just awesome. I do think it's fantastic. Has some holes in his cuffs here. Does come with a Tommy gun. I don't have the Tommy gun, but man, what a fantastic villain. You put him up with Sam, put him up with him right there, and it just body slam. He's gone. Just next to all of them, it just looks fantastic. Flattop is one of the coolest. It's just, they all look gangsterish and they all look cool, but even Flattop's, the Tramp is a pretty cool one. Very, very, very common figure, but just, it's awesome. Got him. It's all. I love Flattop. I love everything about his backstory. To me, Flattop should be the main guy, not Big Boss, but I understand that, to everybody's main villain, you gotta have a Destro, you gotta have a Starscream, you gotta have somebody, and Flattop is it for the Dick Tracy world. Right, Sam? Right. Brass knuckles in the back pocket. Flattop represents everything people loved about the Dick Tracy villains. Big personality, bold character design, and a crime noir flair that's pure 30s and 40s America. Creepy, charismatic, deadly, defining comic strip villains. Even decades later, Flattop remains one of the most beloved and recognizable characters in the Dick Tracy character franchise. That's it for Flattop, Dick Tracy's deadliest gangster, one of the most stylish criminals in all of comic strip history. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more character histories, and let me know in the comments which Dick Tracy villain should we cover next. I've got a couple of them that I'd love to do. Thanks so much, and until next time, peace out, home skillets.